All right, so I got a reaction coming at y'all real quick, man. The brothers Charleston White, man. So I saw this clip and I was like, okay, I don't think he took it the way that I took it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I read it, I looked at it a lot differently than he did. But let's get into it.
Sauce Walka went viral for saying that loving a woman is the biggest weakness of a king.
Let's read the whole thing. He said, loving a woman is the biggest weakness a conqueror or a king can have. You must have no emotional attachment while completing your mission. I don't know if y'all know this or not. This ain't no lie. He not lying. Now, if you're going to be an evil nigga and you bouncing around from woman to woman to woman, I mean, shit, that's more of a vulnerability than having a wife that you love. But your wife is most men's biggest vulnerability. He didn't say don't love a woman. But your mission can definitely get deterred by most men. From most men, if you start fucking with their wife, they gonna drop the mission, bro. It is what it is. Let's continue.
And a lot of people, a lot of women felt some type of way about that.
Then how does the queen become a queen if a king never loves a woman? What the fuck is these niggas talking about? These niggas done made up shit in their head. They ain't had no man teach them. There's nothing weak about love.
I don't think that's what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. But I see the vein that he going in. But you're a liar if you saying your wife is not a vulnerability for you. Your wife is not a soft spot for you. You're lying. Because if you ain't got that soft spot for your wife, ain't no love there. If she not a vulnerability for you, ain't no love there. Because I know if somebody was messing with my wife, it would make me feel some type of way. Now, I know how to put it in my mind because we've been getting groomed and taught the trains, the tactics of our enemies, that's one of the main things they like to use, especially in this country, when men try to stand up, when men try to move a certain way, wake the people up. They did it to Malcolm. They did to Martin. This is one of the tactics of these people. They go and use your wife because that's your vulnerability. Let's continue.
There's nothing weak about love. Nothing. It ain't nothing weak about love, my nigga. Especially not love for a woman. That's one of his greatest completions. Is the love that one day he'll develop for a woman. Nigga, you don't hold back your love and you interacting with all these women. You holding back your love, but you giving yourself away. You giving your loins away. You making babies with women you don't love. How are you calling yourself a king?
Now, I agree with that. I agree with this. If you're gonna be moving in this mindset that you should have no emotional attachment to no woman, basically telling you don't be in no long-term relationship with no woman, you shouldn't be dealing with no woman at all. But I'm just dealing with this Bible and the history in this country. When men started to rise up, when you look at people like Malcolm X, the FBI is documented when they was running COINTELPRO that they would attack you through your family. That's documented. That's a vulnerability because why? If a man love his wife, it's gonna bother him that they fucking with her, man. What you think all these damn ransom movies come from? The nigga answered the phone. I got your wife. You got 36 hours. Where the fuck you think they come from? That's a vulnerability. Would that be something they could come at him with if she wasn't there? I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, but it's the messenger because you're not a, you're not a man of integrity. You're not the type of dude that need to be giving that message. Because the scriptures tell you basically the same thing. Because if you got a super heavy emotional attachment to your wife, if she start going off, are you gonna go off too? If she said, fuck this shit, I don't want to do this shit no more, are you gonna stop the mission too? A lot of men would. A lot of men, they wife said, fuck it, I'm putting the mission down. I don't want to do this no more. I don't like where you going. I don't like the dangers that you getting yourself into. I don't want to do this no more. Are you gonna stop the mission, bro? Now, I ain't talking about no damn rap shit. I'm talking about some just real life. I'm trying to save my people. Even in that instance, right? Why was Charleston trying to hide his wife? Just a couple weeks ago, it was circulating that, oh, his wife made a mistake and came into the camera. Why was you trying to hide her, bro? Because you know with the stuff that you be talking, bro, that's a weak spot for you. You don't need nobody knowing who your wife is. That's why most men hide their wife when they big public figures that's kind of controversial. That's Bible. Let's get something out the Bible real quick. Just to give an example of this stuff, man. Because I don't think a lot of people truly understand what the brother was saying. I think they understood what he was saying. But I think the fact that he an evil nigga kind of take away from what he said. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what he's saying. And I understand what Charleston coming from with, how the fuck you say you can't love a woman, or woman is your biggest vulnerability, but you having sex with women all the time? That don't go together. This Job chapter 1 and verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? So we seeing God asked, have you considered Job? This man perfect, upright. He always cast away evil. Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear God for naught? He said, do Job fear you for nothing? Verse 10. Hast not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. Put forth thine hand now and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but this right here was just a competition that was just set out. This was a deal that was just made. Satan telling God, like, look, man, look, Job only love you because you got him prospering out here. Everything he do, everything that he put his hand to, it prosper. But if you take that away from him, you take that hedge that you got about him, and you let me mess with his life a little bit, he gonna curse you to your face. God say, bet it up. You can do whatever you want to do. Don't take his life. You can do whatever you want to do. Leave his life alone. Right? Let's go. Let's get some more. This is Job chapter 2 and verse 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Why did I get that? Satan did all that stuff to him. But he sent the message through his wife. You think Job's wife just came up with that shit out the blue? Satan put that message through her. Look at all this stuff happening to your ass. Curse God, man. Curse God and die. Why would Satan come through here? Why? Because usually that's a weak spot for most men that's married. You fuck with that wife, bro. It's a little different. Why you think they killed Peter's wife first? You don't think that was rough for him to watch them crucifying his wife upside down? Why you think Satan came through Eve instead of dealing with Adam? Because Adam had a weak spot for his wife. Satan couldn't go through Adam. He was a damn God. You couldn't get that over on him. Oh, but you sent it through somebody that he got a weak spot in hard for. Oh, it's hard for me to tell her no. Why you think they was sending all that stuff through Malcolm's wife? Sending her letters and saying he got a wife over here and he got this going on. Why? Because that can deter you from the damn mission, man. The same thing with Martin Luther King. See, we believe that type of shit, and that's what the FBI wanted. You start looking at him like, nah, he ain't no leader. Come on, man. Even in the scriptures, it talk about how one of the most powerful forces on this planet is a woman. Why? Because a man would do anything for a woman that he loved. Actually, let's get it right quick. I'm gonna start right here. And when you start up higher, it talk about, you know what I'm saying? He give a whole list of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get straight to the point. I'm gonna start at verse 24. I'm gonna just start at verse 24. This is First Ezra chapter 4, verse 24. And looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness. And when he has stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. You wouldn't do all that for a woman. Verse 25, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. That's the point that I'm making. That's why, even in the scriptures, right? You commanded to love your wife. That's a given. You commanded to love your wife. Ain't no ifs, ands, no buts about that. If you get married, my nigga, it's commanded. If you don't love your wife, you're not gonna make it up out of here. You gonna die. Period. You commanded to love your wife. But if your wife start going off the same way Job did, ain't no feelings involved. Ma'am, you talking crazy. Stop it. You sound like a foolish woman. Stop it. Because that was Adam's problem with Eve. You didn't check her. Hey, ma'am, we don't do that here. Stop it. Whatever that dude told you, stop it. So I think Charleston looked at it kind of sideways, but I think he coming at it from an angle of this Sauce Walker character. I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't know who that is. This Sauce Walker character talking. I'm pretty sure if he a rapper, I know he talking about fucking bitches. I already know. That's probably the main topics of his conversation in his music: drugs, money, women. We all know what rap music about today. So, but I see where Charleston was going with it, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? Even the scriptures tell you that you ain't gonna, you really can't become the best version of yourself without that assistant, your wife. It's not good for a man to be alone. But it's a caveat in that. If you're gonna choose to be with that woman, you better gird the fuck up. If you're gonna choose to marry a woman, gird the fuck up. Because you got another avenue that Satan could attack your ass at. Period. That's all the Bible talking about. The Bible, once you wake up to the truth, you given a mission. And a lot of brothers put the mission down because of women, man. That's a fact. It's saying it right here. Verse 26, yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes, because women got the power to do that. Women got the power to get you to lose your damn mind. Run out of your wits. That means you done lost your mind for this woman. And say and become servants for their sakes. A simp. You do whatever she tell you. You ain't even moving how you supposed to move no more. So I understand what Charleston's saying. I do. I understand. But I don't think that was the underlying tone of what the brother was saying. Honestly, it needed a better messenger, honestly. That's what it needed. It needed a better messenger. Verse 27, many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. Let's keep it a stack, man. Let's keep it a stack. It's balance, man. That's one of them things where in the book of Revelation, they talk about the 144,000. He said, these are they that were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. Peter wasn't no virgin. Peter wanted 144,000. But he wasn't going to let a woman defile him. Meaning what? Most of our great forefathers erred because of women. Everybody know about King David and Bathsheba. That was some bullshit. He literally killed one of the coldest people in his army because of his lust over women. King Solomon, you let women destroy you, bro. Why? Because women have always been the biggest vulnerability for men. Period. It is what it is.
How you calling yourself a king and you giving yourself away?
Facts.
Every story I ever seen from a king, nigga, he always loved that woman. Every story I ever goddamn seen, how this ghetto ass nigga come along with these rap minds saying, hey man, this ain't king behavior. Well, show me where king said that at. What book, where you read that at?
I bet you any kind of money, a lot of kings, if they didn't lose their damn kingdom, would have told you, hey, when they took my wife, my kingdom started to crumble. When they attacked my wife, my kingdom started to crumble. Why? He started making bad decisions. How you think a lot like? That's why I when you see people that's really in a bad lifestyle, right? They don't want nobody to know their family. They don't want nobody to know who they love, because that's a vulnerability. You let your enemies find out you got a wife, huh? Come on, man. Come on, man. I understand what he's saying, man. But how many kingdoms have we seen fall because of women too, though? You know what I'm saying? The kingdom fell because the love he had for the woman, man. Most kings would have put their whole kingdom up to get that woman back. But your kingdom gone. So I get what he's saying, because I agree with the fact of you not bouncing around having sex with a bunch of women. I agree that you're supposed to love your wife. I agree with that. But that vulnerability part, that shit's still sitting there. Whether you dealing with a bunch of women or you married, that vulnerability's still there. That's still most men's biggest vulnerability. That's your soft spot. That's the wife of your bosom. But you know, it is what it is. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. If your wife ain't your vulnerability like that, do you really love her? If your enemies can attack your wife and you not feel no type of way, did you really love her? Because the only people that I know are being trained to understand, okay, if they take my wife's body, if she living the way she's supposed to live, I'm going to see her again. I don't know nobody else learning that type of doctrine. I don't know nobody else learning that type of doctrine to try to fortify your mind and say, okay, I know the enemy gonna try to use the people that I love to attack me. Who else learning that? Who else learning the FBI tactics of COINTELPRO? They never got rid of COINTELPRO. They still use that shit to this day. You don't think they was doing it to the Black Panther Party? They did it to Malcolm. They did it to Martin. I'm pretty sure they did it to what's his name? Marcus Garvey. I wouldn't doubt if the FBI been doing this shit with Charleston. He be talking crazy. And when he go into these meetings with these government officials, he talk with some damn sense. But you know, it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, because I think I might look at this from a different angle than most people because of the doctrine that I'm learning. So my question is this. Can you love your wife and she not be a vulnerability to you? Can you love your wife and she not be a soft spot for you? But most men don't have the mental fortitude to check your wife if she start going off. Most brothers don't have the mental fortitude to, if your wife don't believe in the mission no more, to say, okay, you can go ahead, but I'm going to continue on. Most men don't have the mental fortitude to do that. That's why she's a vulnerability. I really want to know what y'all think. Can you love your wife and she not be a soft spot or vulnerability to you? And if she is a soft spot to you, do you have the mental fortitude to continue the mission if she's not there? That's the question. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.